Welcome everyone to our weekly Wednesday webinar series. And in this course we're going to be doing how to become a certified green home professional. Just real quick, if you have any sound issues, head over to that quick start or communicate tab, and from there you can activate voice over internet, which tends to work the best, or you can find the call-in phone number. If any issues occur during our session, you can head over to that tab, just click refresh. If that doesn't work, try switching between VoIP or phone. And finally, if those don't work, just log out of WebEx and log back in, and that should resolve 99% of any issues you might have with sound. Please ask questions in the chat box as you have them. You don't have to wait till the end for questions. I'm going to try to take them all right away, along with our guest speaker as well. And then there's no CEUs for this course, but we do want you to take the survey. Just let us know how we did, make sure everything's making sense, and let us know how we can always do better. That survey will pop up, or it'll be sent to you via email. If you want to see greener and better homes for all, if you're tired of registering for all of our courses, want to get discounts on the Certified Green Home Professional session or get it for free, you can check out our membership and support our mission. And then a big thanks to our sponsor, Build Equinox, now featuring the Serve 2 smart ventilation system. This is a system that only runs when pollution is detected in the house and has an integrated heat pump system to help ensure your clients are the most comfortable through that incoming fresh air that comes into the system. It acts like an ERV, but with 99% efficiency through the heat pump and detecting pollution. This is the most advanced ERV system on the market, made 100% in the US with 100% solar energy. And then our second main sponsor is Shrinergy, with on-the-go and at-home or a small office use portable battery backup solar generators. These solar generators are weighing at about 20 pounds, capable of satisfying the demanding needs of camp trailers, home appliances for days at a time. It's versatile, powerful, and for the ultimate in emergency power or luxury camping without the hassle of traditional fuel-powered generators. Just real quick, some of the charge times with solar, 2 to 24 hours, depending on, obviously, the sun cover and the climate. Wall plug, 4 to 8. Car plug, 4 to 6 hour charging. And then here's just some of the devices and how long you can get without the solar being plugged in, up to 33 hours on an 18 cubic foot Energy Star certified refrigerator. So make sure to check out the kits. Come in 1 single panel or 5 panels to maximize and increase the charge time. And then Shrinergy also has integrated microgrid turnkey solutions for homes, for neighborhoods, and for small office solutions. So make sure to check that out at shrinergy.com. And lastly, if you're in any of these areas in Michigan, they are paying folks who have an acre or more to develop solar projects and paying you to lease that land. So make sure to check that out as well. All right, let's get started. How to become a certified green home professional. Today I'll actually be both your moderator and your speaker. My name's Brett Little, and I am the executive director here at the nonprofit, the GreenHome Institute. And this is a program that was probably launched back in 2005, and then slowed down significantly during the recession. It was very focused on a particular program. It was all done in person. It was all proctored, and so, you know, what we ended up doing is sort of renovating the Certified Green Home Professional program in general, making it online, open book, open note, and making it more relevant to you know, building science in the year 2018 and beyond. So it's been around for a while, but there have been some major changes to the program, and we finally got them locked in, and so we want to go over that with you all now and let you know about this opportunity. Some of the different benefits: set yourself apart as a green building professional, be able to identify yourself as someone like that by having this certification. getting hired, either building professional firms, design firms, even realtor, appraiser firms are looking more to make sure that whoever they hire does have some understanding of high-performance homes and green building. Or homeowners or developers looking to develop a project now are required to do green building or wanting to do that, or at least are trying to hire somebody who has a basic foundational knowledge of it. So this is one way to showcase that for the residential industry. Get listed on our website, greenhomeinstitute.org, under the Find a Pro section. We're building that out, and so you'll be listed on there. Promotions on social media, being able to stay up to date on green building science, trends, news, technologies, products that work. And then also, if you're looking to pick up continuing ed for other things like AIA, BPI, ResNet, GBCI, AIBD, by taking this course, you'll fill up a lot of those CEU hours. Now, real quick, the other benefit is if you're doing a certification project in our GreenStar program, you'll see way down at the bottom here, this is the GreenStar checklist, that by being a Certified GreenHome Professional on the project, you can automatically earn points within the integrated and training project team in each of the categories. So it's kind of like if you're familiar with how LEED works, if you're a LEED AP on a project, you get a point for that. So we're handing out one to say, hey, if you've got someone who knows what they're doing on the project, probably it's going to make it a lot easier, go a lot further. So again, another bonus to becoming one is to have that credential. All right, so before you can become a Certified GreenHome Professional, we want to make sure you have a basic understanding of building science, and there's different ways you can do that to have that real baseline understanding. And we have identified several of them, and we're going to go through each one real briefly. And then also, we would be accepting alternative programs as well if necessary. So I'm really excited to have Nancy here from the Building Performance Institute, because this is one course we think is going to be the simplest one you can use. It's going to give you the most information, and it's really in line with the way our course is set up and designed to be really user-friendly and easy to understand. So we're pretty excited about this partnership with BPI and the Building Science Principle course to be able to introduce you to that. So I want to have Nancy explain that a little bit more briefly, and then we'll move on with the rest of the presentation. So take it away.
Thank you for inviting me to present today on one of my favorite things that the Building Performance Institute, better known as BPI, offers, which is the BPI Building Science Principles, or BSP Reference Guide, leading to a BPI Building Science Principles Certificate of Knowledge. As you can see, sorry, bear with me for 1 second. I think I am expanding the slide instead of moving the slide. As you can see from this slide, BPI is the nation's premier building performance credentialing organization focused on quality assurance and setting standards for residential retrofit improvements in existing homes. We oversee the certification testing to ensure quality and fairness for all candidates. BPI is accredited by ANSI as a certifying body and developer of standards for the home performance industry. BPI is a 501c nonprofit organization now in its 25th year of operation. The BSP Guide will introduce you to many parts of building science and define what home performance is. It will help you earn a BPI Certificate of Knowledge. That is different than earning a full BPI certification. Most BPI certifications require that candidates pass both an online and a field exam to earn full certification. The certificate exam is an online-only exam, and the content of the exam can be found in the guide. This is a picture of the paperback version of the guide. The web version is identical, except that it must be read on a computer connected to the internet. The pictures in the book reinforce the content on the pages, helping you to easily retain the information. The certificate earned is shown here and will contain your name as you enter it into the BSP system, along with the date of your successful exam. There are 7 chapters in the guide which cover the content shown here, starting with an introduction to building science and home performance and wrapping up with a chapter on the Department of Energy Home Energy Score. Each chapter has a summary at the end of it and practice multiple choice questions covering the content in that chapter. The objectives of the BSP Certificate of Knowledge are to help you learn what building science consists of, how the different systems in a home should work together to ensure the comfort, health, and safety of the residents, and better ensure the durability of the equipment in the home. Many of the benefits of earning the BSP Certificate of Knowledge are listed here. Many industries are looking for credentials when hiring new employees or advancing their existing employees. Earning a Certificate of Knowledge from an established credentialing organization can be very beneficial. Individuals who are already BPI certified can earn 6 CEU credits by successfully completing the BSP exam. And when I mention those particular CEUs, I'm referencing BPI CEUs, just to be clear. The BSP exam can be accessed from a computer connected to the internet at a time that is convenient to the user. From BPI's perspective, the BSP exam is considered open book. The organization providing the exam can choose whether to offer it open book or not. The exam is a 100-question multiple-choice test with a passing score of 70%. Once you pass the exam, the Certificate of Knowledge specific to you will be housed in your unique BSP dashboard, and you can access it from a computer connected to the internet. It will be in PDF format and can be printed as many times as needed. All BSP products are available in English or in Spanish, depending on the user's choice. BPI is providing a 15% discount code specific to GreenHome Institute. Your cost for the paperback guide will be $101.15 plus shipping. The web-based guide will be $84.15, and the one-use exam code will be $84.15. Please contact me with any questions. I can provide you with a set of step-by-step instructions for navigating the BSP system and in many other ways when it comes to BPI information. Thank you again and have a great day. I'm going to hand this back to Brett, and I will stay on.
The question, Nancy, is do you need to have a CEU or is there a credential maintenance to maintain this certificate?
No, the nice thing about the BSP is it is a one-time, if you are getting BPI CEUs, you have to get those 6 CEUs during the period of your active certification. Our CEUs are typically good for that 3-year cycle on which somebody is certified, but again, it depends on when you complete the exam.
Great. All right, well, yeah, Nancy, if you want to stick around if any more questions do come up, but we'll keep moving on to the other potential prerequisites. But like I mentioned, we really feel that this particular one is the best way to go. And so, like Nancy said, if you register for our course, you'll get that instant 15% off code to take the building science principles along with that. So. The other options that exist out there are through the ResNet, and the simplest one on the bottom right there is the ResNet HERS Associate, which is fairly new. We're actually going to be teaching this course coming up here online, and so you will be able to utilize this as a baseline credential. Or if you are a ResNet rater and want to become a GreenStar rater and you're taking that pathway, that's another credential that you can use, which is a much more intense training program 2 weeks long and a more in-depth review of building science. Continuing on is the Passive House, U.S. Passive House FIAS, and they've got several credentials, namely the top two, which are more applicable here, the Certified Passive House Consultant or Certified Passive House Builder. And so again, if you've got these as your baseline, we definitely know you've went through a lot of training on energy, on passive design, on water management and mitigation, and indoor air quality. So definitely have the credentials we're looking for as a baseline if you carry one of these FIAS ones. For those of you working in the multifamily sector and the mixed-use sector, you might be utilizing the ASHRAE 90.1 and 62.2 standards, which are also available in many of these green programs. And so for those of you who are taking the more multifamily approach, you can get your ASHRAE credential, which is fairly new, I believe. So there's two different ones we're looking at. That's the energy modeling credential, or the building performance or building shell commissioning agent credential. And again, so that's mostly for folks who are in the multifamily mixed-use apartment sector. And then also we'll accept the LEED AP Homes and or the LEED for Homes Green Rater baseline credentials as another means to show you have the prerequisite knowledge we're looking for, or the Home Innovations Lab National Green Building Standard Verifiers credential as well as another baseline. Now, there are many alternatives out there that we probably could meet what we're looking for. There's also bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees in building science. So certainly, if you've got something you think that is viable on the form, you can reach out to me or submit it on the form, and we might be able to adopt that. Certainly don't want to tell you those are the only pathways. So that kind of ends the prerequisite side of things, and I just wanted to see if there's any particular questions there. All right. So once you've identified your prerequisites and validated that you meet one of them or get started on that, then you're going to start completing your training. And the training is basically a compilation of about 21 hours or so, comprising of 18 mandatory courses and then 3 elective courses. And the two I highlighted there in red are really the big ones, and the ones I'm going to dive into here in a second, that we usually recommend starting with first. You don't have to take these in any order. They're just numbered on here, but starting with those two first is really where we recommend. So the first one is the basics of residential green rebuilding, and this is a 3-hour course broken up into several modules covering the 5 pillars of green building. And this course is actually slated to be upgraded here very shortly to the next version, because as time goes on and building science improves and we learn new things, we continuously upgrade this course. So this is the first version we ever made of it, but we are slated to upgrade to the newer version, and that will just all be swapped out on our website. But just here's an example of the course. It's broken down in modules that you can watch section by section for each of the 5 pillars of green. And then when you go to register for this course, like many of our courses, you'll go in, put your name, email, and then you will be given a coupon code when you've registered for the Certified GreenHome Professional course. And you can use that to select the particular course you're taking and then get access to the quiz. And then the quiz is all automated on the back end, so as you take that quiz, that'll generate the information we need to approve you for this particular course and many of the other courses in our Certified GreenHome Professional session. And similar to that, the Comparing Residential Green Building Certification course. This is another course that we will continuously upgrade as green building certifications change and evolve. We just made this one last year, so we'll probably do another one next year. But this one's a little bit different, whereas the the basics of residential green building had all the modules listed on one page. You'll see at the bottom there, way down at the bottom, click here to access each part. Each session has its own individual page and quiz on that page. So it's just set up slightly differently. And then the other courses we have here are courses that we think and feel that are really important to know for building green. Time and time again, though, they will be changed out and swapped out or maybe updated. Again, we just keep this fresh and up to date, so it's all relevant information. You're not taking something that's stale. So how to manage subcontractors on green home projects, that's a 1-hour course. Zero-step accessibility, building in accessibility into homes. Basically going through all of the issues and opportunities for understanding indoor air quality, natural building materials, and then reducing occupant exposures to electrical magnetic frequencies. So this is a 5-part session we have, but you only have to take the first part of it. How to electrify or build in all electrical components into your project and basically go gas-free. And then the new trend here that we just added, zero energy term certifications and 10 pro tips to get there. So again, that's what this is now. And also, once you register, you'll be locked in. So if anything does change, you won't have to go back and do anything. You'll be fine. It's just that once if you don't register and you watch this and then go to do this course, a couple months later, you might see one of these other courses have been changed or swapped out or changed to a new one. Just to, again, keep things fresh and relevant. So those were your mandatory courses, but now you get to have 3 electives. And so these electives are basically all of our courses that have been recorded and are on demand. So you can go to our website and go to Classes on Demand, or you can click the Learn and find it there. And you can also find this on our YouTube channel. This is basically just our YouTube channel here being pulled in. But this is, any one of these courses, you just have to do 3 hours worth in totality. So if it's a 2-hour course, you just have to do 1 of the electives. So you can look through our menu of courses here and effectively just pick out, whatever seems interesting to you. So for example, if you think that the electromagnetic frequency course is one that you'd want to focus on, this is a 5-part series here. So you could just take all the EMF sections and then you could use your electives that way, or maybe zero energy is something you want to focus in on for your studies. So again, you can just take all the courses that are relevant, or 3 hours worth of courses that are relevant to zero energy. It's completely up to you, but all these electives on our website here are fair game. You can also attend our webinars, which are free, and here's just a list of the upcoming ones, but you can find it on our events page. And you can attend our free webinars, and I would say 99% of them are all fair game for the electives as well. And if you've attended 1 or 2 and have proof of that in your email from the last year, you can utilize those 3 as your electives as well. We also do in Chicago and in West Michigan and Detroit, we do in-person courses, so feel free to show up to those. Or there's also conferences like the Better Buildings, Better Business Conference or Green Build, and you can show up to one of those and knock out all of your electives that way. So it doesn't have to just necessarily be online. We kind of want to keep it open. And then we also wanted to mention here, if you're on the USGBC channel and you sort by Lead for Homes on their education channel, you can also utilize, you can see here is sorting by homes. You can utilize those for your electives as well as your continuing education for ongoing learning. So are there any questions on those courses? All right, we'll keep moving forward. And then the very last thing you do, so you, again, this can all be done in any order. Even your prerequisites, you don't necessarily have to have. You can say you're working on it while also working on our webinars and electives. But the last thing is the Green Building Principles and Practices in Residential Construction book. You can pick that up used. In fact, we're going to probably have some used ones that we're going to be sharing and having people who purchase it for our certification credential basically just resell it or reshare it. But you can pick that up online, used, fresh. You can pick it up as a PDF copy. You can pick it up on a Kindle, however you like. Basically, just read this entire book and then give us a 2-page summary to showcase, each chapter, something you've learned in each of the chapters. And again, this is the book for now, but if another green building book comes out and it's more up to date, more fresh, we'll just swap it out. But if you've locked into your coursework and paid for it and everything, and you've locked into this book, and then we go ahead and change it on you, don't worry, we'll still allow you to use this, so that's fine. All right, so what makes the Certified GreenHome Professional training different? Basically, we don't have any stressful exams. Everything's open book, open note. We don't require you to do any kind of cramming. What we want you to do is just learn how to find what you need to know when you need to know it. Again, rather than cramming a bunch of things into your head, it's just when you need to go do a project or a design or sell a house or however you want, you're just informed of it, and then you know where to go find the information that you need to make the best decision, because we know you can't memorize everything and things are always changing too. And then the other thing is everything of it is on demand. It's on your time. You can take it at your own rate. We understand things are really busy right now, labor shortage, all of that. So anyone you want to hire, bring them on, have them go through this credential. Again, we understand things are busy, so people can kind of take it at their own pace, at their own time. There's no limit to doing it. So those are some of the different benefits compared to the other green building certifications that exist out there. So once you've shown your credential, you've taken all the courses, you've done the electives, you've done the 2-page summary, you become a GreenHome associate and get this badge, and you can list yourself as a GreenHome associate. And then once you're actually involved in a green building certification project, now you can become a GreenHome certified professional. And then if you complete 10 projects, so that's either one single family home or one multifamily building counts as a project, or a neighborhood, you can become a certified GreenHome master. And as far as credentialed maintenance or continuing ed, you must maintain 10 hours every year. 5 of the 10 required hours must be from one of our relevant courses or articles. So an easy way to do this is to attend our free monthly CEU webinars or take the past courses that are listed on that elective list. Courses that are approved for any of these, AIA, Lead for Homes, FIAS, ResNet, BPI, NARI Green, NGBS, or AIBD, can pretty much automatically account as long as they're relevant to the residential industry. You can also pick up hours by volunteering at events, green building trade shows, exhibiting, showing off products. You can volunteer for us or other organizations like USGBC chapters. If you help out an affordable housing agency to help them do green building or implement it, you can use the hours you did to help out with them towards your Con Ed. You can read and comment on articles like on the Home Energy Professional, Home Energy Magazine, Green Building Advisor. Go on Green Building Advisor, read those articles, make well-rounded comments and show us those, and you can use those as your CEUs. You can teach one of these classes or another class or a class at an institution. and show us you've been teaching those classes, and you can use that. And then also, if you build, design, help sell, do HVAC for, help rate a certified green home, you can use that obviously for your CEUs as well. So to maintain your professional, so this is maintaining your associate credential, not credential, but associate, and then to maintain your professional certificate, you just need to certify one project every 2 years, or simply register 2 projects every 2 years. So those qualifying programs we have listed are our GreenStar program, Lead for Homes, National Green Building Standard, DOE Zero Energy Ready, the Passive House, it can be the German or US version, Enterprise Green Communities, or our Zero Energy Capable program. Now, there are really viable local regional programs that exist out there, so definitely if you're involved in one of those, let us know. But you just need to show that you're involved in an actual registered project that's trying to pursue a green building certification to maintain this credential, or not a credential, but a certificate. You know, we don't want anybody who's not active in the industry, you know, being able to have this, because it's supposed to showcase, you know, achieving your results. So. And then once you sign up, you're going to get a Dropbox file, and in that Dropbox file, you'll get a code for your name. You'll get your checklist, so it's basically your to-do list on what you need to do to get approved, and you can start uploading your certificates onto Dropbox, and then once you have them all uploaded, you can task us to review it, and then we'll give you your certificate of approval. And then also you'll be doing your yearly CEU reporting right on Dropbox as well, again, where you can upload all of your proof of your continuing education units. And all of that's done at your own pace, so you've got to maintain that and track that all yourself. You know, we're trying to keep these courses low cost, and we're a small organization, so again, it's going to be, you know, you're going to have to self-manage all this. So what are the costs? So currently, members of the GreenHome Institute or the National Association of the Remodeling Industry can do this for free for now. Those who are either veterans or those transitioning out of a, you know, a pretty decent career in the fossil fuel or nuclear industry can just show us proof of that and do it for $50. Or everyone else who doesn't fit into either of these categories, non-members, can do, it's $100 to participate. And these fees do not include the cost of that green building book or the other credentials, but they do cover all the costs of the fees associated with the continuing ed for our courses. So if you see any fees listed, again, on taking these courses, that would all be covered, so you wouldn't have to pay for any of that. And then here is the website. It's a Certified GreenHome Professional on our website, so you can go in here, take a look through the program. This video will be listed on there again if you want to watch it again, and then you can scroll all the way down and there's a form you can just basically fill out right there to get going on that. So the next steps are to check your credentials to see if you meet the prerequisites, and if not, pursue the prerequisite of your choice, with Building Science Basic discount coming your way, being the best option, we think, for those of you especially working in the single family and low-rise industry. Become a GreenHome Institute member to get the course for free, or use this coupon code, become CGHP 2018 by the end of the year, and that will get you a 10% off. That can be stacked on top of other coupons. And then from there, start taking your mandatory courses, recommending that you start with the Green Building Basics, especially if you're new to green building or want a refresher. That is what we always recommend people to start there, to kind of start to understand where we are and where we're headed. Then take your electives, then read the book, and turn in the 2-page report. Again, you can do these in any order you like. That's just the order we recommend. And then from there, you'll get your associates. You can start earning your CEUs. And then ideally, you know, depending on what kind of professional you are, you know, being involved in a project that is getting registered or certified to become a full-blown professional. so that's the end of the session now. So we're going to take some time for questions. And before we get to those questions, I do want to thank all of our members, our board of directors, all of our volunteers, everyone who allow us to do what we do. And a huge thanks to our top tier sponsors, Mitsubishi Electric, going all electric with air source heat pumps in renovations and new construction. T-Stud, the world's most energy efficient wall stud assembly, and Shrinergy, on the go or backup microgrid solutions. So anyway, let's see what kind of questions we have. We definitely got plenty of time for questions here, or if there's anything I missed or I can help explain better, I certainly want to help do that. Is the certificate of knowledge, Nancy talked about the criteria as well as the material you shared from GHI, the criteria for the GreenHome Professional. So that's, I'm not quite sure I understand that question, but I'll go back and reiterate, and if you want to elaborate a little bit more. But the, where is it at here? The Building Science Principles course is basically what we would say is our ideal prerequisite credential to getting our Certified GreenHome Professional or GreenHome Associate. So again, we're requiring everybody have some kind of background knowledge in building science, just real initial background knowledge in building science of see what they have listed here. Heat and insulation, air sealing, moisture control, mechanicals, conservation strategies, and understanding energy modeling and scoring. And so their course really covers that really well, and we don't want to like reinvent the wheel when something does a great job of that. So, if you're working in the residential industry or even small commercial, and Nancy, you can tell me if I'm wrong about that, but this is like the fundamental knowledge, easiest place to start. And what we like about it, it's all open book, open note, and it's just backed by BPI, who just does fantastic work on education in this area. So we think this is the easiest place to start, and we're thankful to BPI giving us the discount if you pursue our credential and then want to use theirs as the baseline. So this is one option to use. It's not required. As I mentioned, there's several other prerequisites here and that you can pick from that you might already have that just kind of showcase to us you understand the basics of building science to kind of take that next level into green building. So there's a question here about the GreenHome Institute membership. And let me just basically, if you go to our website, you can click on the Get Involved tab and then go to the Membership tab, and then from there you can see we've got student members, individuals, and then corporate members. So actually, if you do have a company that wants to train several folks, you can sign up as a corporate member, and we can negotiate how many people can get in for free. But yeah, the costs are all listed up there. The corporate memberships give a lot of other bonuses, and then they also the fee on the corporate memberships range from $1,500 to $5,000, just depending on, or $500 depending on what your company's gross revenue is. And if you're a nonprofit or a B Corp, certified B Corp, then it's just the baseline $150 to become a member. All right, I guess I just wanted to see if there's any other questions before we wrap up. There was another question on the HERS rater versus HERS associate, and so on like I said, on the rater side, it's a really intense training, thousands of dollars between taking the course, and especially if you do the course online versus doing it in person, it's like a week long. And then also there's mentorship on actual projects to become a HERS rater. And typically you're becoming one of these folks for the reason of going out and doing code inspections in certain states or incentives. And usually it's, for folks for some kind of inspection business or energy auditing business. Not too often do raters, are they on staff at build firms or development firms, or especially not design firms. So it's definitely, unless that's like you're going to be your main profession on the rating side, it's a pretty intense credential. But, it definitely more than meets the qualifications we're looking for. So the HERS Associate, we're still pricing out what that's going to look like, but that's all going to be online, and it will be recorded so you can watch, the on-demand version as well. Probably somewhere, just, shy of $100, and most likely free for our members. So this is a thing where we're going to be going over, what a HERS rating is, what the value of it is, especially for those of you who are non-energy raters. So how to kind of demystify what it is. And actually, we're going to get people into the driver's seat of the tool itself, so you don't have to be so afraid of it, and you can understand that it does have value for selling product or designing a home. You can kind of have some more certainty on what your project's going to look like, how much energy it's going to use when you go to work with a rater. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here, but there's my contact information up there, brett.little@greenhomeinstitute.org. And then go to our website under the Learn tab, Certified GreenHome Professional tab, and right there you can just read through everything else and then register or let me know if you have any questions. So huge thanks to Nancy and BPI for everything that they do, and have a great rest of your week. Take care.